Well, hello, what's up, how is everybody doing? It's a beautiful day, very shiny, but let me tell you, it's very hot. Like, it's so goddamn hot. It's like 40 degrees here, and I'm burning. I can't play much. Yesterday I didn't play at all, but it is what it is. Anyway, hope you guys doing great. Today I'm bringing you Elite Ironcap Arquebusiers. This is the unit right here. You can see it right here, the new thingy. I don't really like it, but whatever. This is right here, the unit. That's how it looks like. And it's been buffed last season pretty severely. It's a green unit, very cheap. But we're gonna take a look at it. Gameplay wise, doctrines and everything. Leveling up. This is the unit. It got push shots, slow shots, kinda sucks. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We're gonna go for the veterancy. I went full bottom. Now I think top is pretty good too. But the thing is, with top veterancy, I don't think it works with the second skill, which I'm gonna show it to you in the gameplay. So I went full bottom. Nice, get more soldier, more ammo. You need ammo as much as possible because they use a lot. And I get this. Damage dealt to infantry increased by 15%. My opinion, this is huge. So I went for bottom. It works for me. If you want to try top veterancy, good luck. Tell me how it goes. I do not know. But me, prefer bottom. Mastery full, obviously, because, well, this is where you get your power, you know, so definitely mastery, go for full. And then we get Doctrines. Increase rate of fire by 20%, damage deal to cavalry, this is not that bad, it's level 5. Increase all defenses, health, this is for guns, so I just give it to them. I don't know if it's the best, but whatever. Damage deal to heroes, all armor penetration, I do like the armor penetration, so that's why I give them this. Damage deal to units, all type of damage, this is very good. If you have it level 5, even better. And then all types of damage inflicted in sieges by 8%. This one I like it a lot. This is my Doctrines. Not that bad. It's a green unit anyway. And now let's check a little bit of gameplay. Alright, this is the first game. It went pretty well. I got 2 gameplays to show you. So I'm gonna start with this one. The second one was a little bit better. We have them right here. We put them in F2 formation. F2 formation, in my opinion, is the best. But you do you. I'm gonna put them right here. We see some units right there. And what you want to do is to press the second skill, and that's it. And look at this. Look at this beautiful throw. When you press the second skill, practically, not only that they shoot pretty quickly, but they throw some certain explosives. Those explosives hurt pretty good. And I'm talking here about blue era, not purple era or yellow era. Against blue units, those explosives do hurt pretty much like a truck. But the explosives are thrown sometimes. It's not 100% sure that they throw that. And unfortunately, you lose a lot of ammo. For example, I almost have half ammo already, which kinda sucks, but yeah, it does cost you a lot of ammo when you throw this explosive. But I got already 30 plus kills, so that's not that bad. We're gonna skip a little bit here. I'm playing them a little bit aggressive. I do love to play range unit aggressive. I don't like to stay in one place. I think that's pretty stupid. I want to get as much value as I can. I bring them into a nice formation, use the third skill for speed, press the second skill, and look at those beautiful throw. You see those beautiful explosive? That's what it hurts like a truck. And yes, the explosive is the only reason you do so much damage, because their attack speed, it's really nice. The damage is not really the most impressive, but it hurts. Here we're doing a little bit more damage. Trying to snipe a little bit more units. We're already 50 kills, which is nice. And you got a third skill if you go bot veterancy, which means you can kinda kite around for a little bit. Here we see a little bit of units, pressing the second skill again, which is the most important skill. Without it you don't do nothing. And here I'm getting rushed, which does kinda suck, unfortunately, but this is pretty much the end of them. They're pretty easy to rush. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. 50 plus kills, not bad in my opinion for a green unit. This is the best game I had with them, which is pretty good, I think. So I'm gonna show you this one. I see there's some cavalry. I'm putting them right behind my allies, and I'm pressing the second skill. Second skill, whenever you have it up, you always press it, because it's the most important skill you have. And you do quite some decent damage. For example, here I succeed to get a little bit of cav kill, and even get myself a hero kill and some assist, which is not bad. It's really not bad at all. But remember one thing, their accuracy is not the best. And you have to be very careful how you place them, because they can be rushed pretty easily. They don't do the best against cav, so be very aware of that. We go back to the gate, because the enemy team, you know, they wanted to come to the gate, which is cool to me. I don't really care. Don't ask questions, just shoot. Go in there, pressing the second skill, and you can see that they keep throwing explosives, right? From time to time. And that's the biggest damage you have. The big issue is the explosive when they throw they don't always hit. They have like a not so big accuracy. We do a little bit of damage though with the shooting, because on the second skill when you use it, you do shoot a little bit faster. They reload faster and everything. So that's pretty cool. Pressing the second skill again, and look, that's beautiful explosive. When you throw this explosive, especially in big blob fights, you do a lot of damage. Blue units, I'm talking here about blue units and below, they have no chance to deal with those explosives, because even if you have big shield units, you still destroy them. And that's the beautiful part about it. You can just destroy pretty much anything you throw at. The problem is, use a lot of ammo. See my ammo? I did 2 volleys, and I already almost lost all my ammo, which does kind of suck if you ask me, but that's just how it works. The explosive does waste you a lot of ammo, so you always have to kind of send them back, and forward, you're kind of forced to. Here I'm just trying to make a little bit of plays on the map, because the enemy team is kind of splitted around, so they are pretty fast, because you have the third skill if you go bot veterans, and if you press double C they run pretty quickly. So I'm gonna send them in, second skill, throwing a little bit of explosive, doing a little bit of damage. Look at this beautiful explosive. The explosive looks absolutely amazing, I actually love it. And I do waste all my ammo, unfortunately, just for a unit, but I get myself a hero kill and another 20 kills just like that. Pretty simple, pretty easy. It's not the hardest unit to use, but you have to understand one thing. It's a green unit. Everyone can rush you, and your damage comes mostly from the second skill and from the explosive. So that's where you have to be very, very careful. You have to play it slowly and use them pretty smart. I think in big blob fights they may actually do better, but big blob fights in blue era don't exist so much, because the units die too quickly. So yeah, you can't really put them into the field, into the front line for a long time, because the units die too quickly. That's the only issue in blue era. Fights practically don't last that long. Here we're putting it back in, pressing the second skill just to do a little bit of shots, because there is some condottieri there, throwing a little bit of explosive. As I said, if you don't have the second skill up, I will recommend you to just back off and wait for the second skill. Without the second skill, this green unit right here shoots so badly that even peasants probably do more damage. So I would recommend you to always have the second skill up, use it every time you have it up, and then when it's on CDR, either run away or just pray to God your teammate's gonna handle the enemy team. That's the only thing you can do. I'm sorry if I'm skipping too much, I'm just showing you the parts where I'm fighting. Here comes another unit. I'm pressing, I don't have the second skill up. So because I don't have the second skill up, see, I don't really do much damage. But I can kite them out, putting them on the back, pressing the second skill when it's up, and throwing a little bit of those beautiful explosive. As I said, you see the explosive, they hurt like a truck. The big issue is, when you press the second skill, there is a chance they throw the explosive. It's not 100% you will throw the explosive. So that's a bit of a 50-50 risks. When you're gonna shoot the enemy and then you don't throw explosive, your damage is gonna be reduced by a lot. But that's just how the unit works. There's nothing I can do about it. Here I'm wasting a little bit all my ammo, because every single time you throw explosive, your ammo deploys really goddamn quickly. So you always have to send them back and in. But because of the third skill, this is why I love the second veterancy, I can kinda, you know, throw them back in and forward pretty easily. So that's pretty cool. I'm pressing the second skill here, do a little bit of damage to heroes. Here comes a little bit of cav, getting myself a hero kill. If your second skill is up and you want to destroy cav, yes you can, as long as the cav doesn't really care much of a damn about you. That's the only part about it. I'm just putting them forward, do a little bit more damage, and this is pretty much the end of it. I got like 90 plus kills with them this game, and I will totally tell you, it's actually pretty fun to use. It's very difficult, but actually pretty fun to use. Now let me show you the stats. You can see here I got 83 kills, 3 hero kills, not that bad. As I said, the unit is not bad. For blue era I think it's wonderful. It does have good amount of damage. I love the explosive. It's a little bit difficult to use because ammunition is a problem. Most blue era units die pretty quickly, so you don't have frontline for a long time, so you have to be very careful how you use them. But the unit is not bad at all. Those explosives hurt like a truck. So if you're interested into the unit, give it a shot. It's very cheap and it's 95 leadership. In my opinion, it's pretty worth of a unit. Anyway, hope you're having a lovely day. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I see you guys the next one. Take care.